If you've been around on YouTube, then you obviously know about one of the most popular YouTubers on the platform, Markiplier. Markiplier is known mostly for his gaming videos, for games like Five Nights at Freddy's, but Mark is also known for having many different characters created of himself that appear throughout his channel. One of the most noticeable characters is Wilford Warfstache. This is one of Mark's first ever characters, with his first appearance on a video called The Fall of Slenderman, uploaded in November 2012. This character hasn't appeared on his channel for a long time now, but that changed ever since he uploaded a video this March called The Warfstache Automated Interview Automaton. To new viewers of Mark's channel, this video could bring a lot of confusion as they wouldn't know who Warfstache is. So in this video I will be explaining everything about it, from the origin of Warfstache to explaining what everything means that he says in this interview. Wilford Warfstache has a pink mustache and has a very recognizable accent. Warfstache was created by Mark to start a series of making fake comedy skits on interviews. In his first appearance, he interviewed Slenderman, and later also interviewed Phone Guy from Five Nights at Freddy's, and even Markiplier himself. But that is certainly not all we see about him. In non-interview videos that Warfstache appears in, you can see that he has no problem and no hesitation with killing people. Take a look.
You're dead. Hear me? You are done!
Oh my god, I gotta call the police!
Listen to you ever.
No. Stop. No. 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 Oh, you're starting to like it.
You ass plastic bitchaloid.
No. Stop. What do we learn? That's right.
As you can see, he has no hesitation when killing people, but it also seems like he doesn't really understand it. It seems like he doesn't understand that he's doing something wrong. To explain this, we have to fast forward to October 2017, to one of Mark's biggest projects, Who Killed Markiplier, as this series takes place before the existence of the character Wilford Warfstache. Before I talk about this, I'd like to mention that this will have spoilers for basically the entire Who Killed Markiplier series, so if you are interested in watching it, make sure to do that first, and then come back to this video. In Who Killed Markiplier, there is a character called William J. Barnum, also known as the Colonel. He was one of the childhood friends of Mark in the series, and on the night of Mark's death, he was a part of the party that Mark was giving. Later in the show was revealed that the Colonel was actually the murderer of Mark. In an argument with the Colonel and the detective, he accidentally shoots you, the character from the camera's point of view, and makes you fall down the stairs. Completely heartbroken and lost after his accidental murder, he quickly loses his sanity and thinks that everything that happened was a joke, making him turn into the personality we know now, Wilford Warfstache. He forgets everything about his previous life as the Colonel, and receives the mindset that death is completely meaningless, which explains all the murdering he has done in the videos we watched earlier. In the period of 2017 to 2021, we don't see much of Wilford Warfstache. He does appear in A Heist with Markiplier in 2019, but nothing that adds up to the story. That is, until the release of the Warfstache Automated Interview Automaton last month. This is a point-and-click adventure just like A Heist with Markiplier, where you get the choice of 2 videos to watch after this video, and you have to make the correct choice to continue. It starts off with the one and only Wilford Warfstache himself explaining to you that this is his brand new robot recreation of himself. This apparently is a show interview, but before the actual interview starts, you get asked to answer a few weird questions that if you answer them wrong, you will die. What I do find strange is that the voiceover Wilford Warfstache keeps saying that this is a pre-recorded message, but he does know everything that you respond to the robot. Why would Warfstache lie about that? I don't know, but I'm sure there's a reason to it. After the weird questions, you get put into the actual interview. Firstly, he asks you, how many people have you killed? After that, he says this. Take a listen.
Man,
goes to a party. This man met an old friend. The two friends shared some wine. The two friends played a game. The most dangerous game. I didn't know the gun was loaded. I didn't know. Was it my fault?
Does this story sound familiar to you? That is because this is the exact story of what happened in Who Killed Markiplier. After watching this, you get two options, yes or no. This is what the choices give.
I'm sorry for everything that I've done. I don't remember who I was. I wish I did. But I am sorry. You can't change the past. You can tell all the stories you want to tell. It won't change what happened. You can't rewrite the past. If you live in fantasy forever, you'll lose yourself in the story.
In both choices, you can see that he regrets what he did. This is oddly strange, as Warfstache's personality sees death as a completely meaningless action. But this does bring up some questions to me. How does he remember what happened in Who Killed Markiplier before he turned into Wilford Warfstache? After the Colonel lost his sanity, he also lost his memories, so this is something really weird. Also, didn't you notice something weird about the way the robot talks after you answer him yes or no? After he asks if the murder was his fault, whenever you answer him, his talking goes from saying one word per time like a robot to talking in full sentences, almost sounding like a human. This makes me think that it wasn't actually an automated robot that was talking to us, but rather Wilford Warfstache himself, speaking through a microphone inside the robot. Why would Warfstache lie about multiple things during this interview? He lied about the fact that his voice was a voiceover, and he lied about the fact that we were talking to a robot. Why did he do this? I don't know that for sure, but I do find it really interesting that he turned self-aware of his previous actions as the Colonel, and this makes the lore behind Wilford Warfstache so much more interesting, just when we thought that we had figured out everything about him. Thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider subscribing. The feedback on my content has been amazing recently, and I'm so thankful for everyone's support on these videos. If you'd like to talk to me and meet a bunch of cool people, then consider joining my Discord server. Also, I made a brand new Twitter account for my YouTube channel called @TheBlurReport, so make sure to follow that too if you'd like to stay up to date with anything related to my YouTube channel. That's all I had to say, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.